will be interviewed by the end of June, and finalists will be interviewed on July 14th. That same day is also tentatively set for a meet and greet with the public at 6 that evening, but a location has not yet been set. Interim Police Chief Mitch Bates has been leading the department since March. Bates' contract was set to last for up to 7 months, but could end sooner if a permanent chief is hired.
And HDR Engineering is now working to find achievable projects to mitigate flood issues on the city's east side. Today, councilors approved the contract for the study for $290,000.
Jenkins hopes to present council with a finalist before the end of July.
$8,700. According to Director of Engineering Tyson Traw, the firm will also help position the city in a place to receive competitive grants to fund projects. Emily Daniel, an engineer representing the company, says the firm will investigate how the Wichita River, Plum Creek, and Holiday Creek all interact with each other. HDR will provide monthly reports to city staff on its findings, and according to Traw, the study will be completed by spring of 2027. The firm will provide the city with 6 proposed projects once that investigation is complete.
The Wichita Falls, Wichita County Public Health District will now collaborate with Texas Health and Human Services on mobile food inspections. Councilors approved the contract between agencies in conjunction with House Bill 2844, eliminating food vendors obtaining licenses from different jurisdictions. Vendors will get one from the state health department, which will be good to use all across the state. And in the contract, the state will pay the health department $26,801 for them to do inspections, potentially covering 100 inspections. Once that money is gone, it will be up to the state. Also in the contract, either party is able to opt out with 30 days notice. The new law goes into effect on July 1st.
And Hutter and Hell 100 Chairman David Coleman announces his candidacy for the District 3 seat on the Wichita Falls City Council. A Wichita Falls local, Coleman served 21 years as a naval officer, and after retiring from the military, he worked for the city of College Station as the Director of Water Services and later on as an Assistant City Manager. The District 3 seat is currently held by Jeff Browning, who cannot seek re-election this November. Coleman says his campaign will focus on core city services, including public safety, infrastructure, and economic development. Coleman will be running against Kathy Dodson for the District 3 seat.
All right, let's go ahead now and check in with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling for a look outside. And Michael, people might want to be aware of the heat advisory for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be heating up quite a bit here. Really, tomorrow and Thursday looks to be even warmer. We'll get into all those details a little bit later on. Taking a look outside on the satellite radar, though, it is pretty quiet. There are a few clouds that are going to roll in here from the north, but for the most part, clear skies overnight tonight, but still pretty warm temperatures. 81 degrees right now in Wichita Falls. You factor in our dew point, which is up a little bit more, especially versus yesterday. Dew point up at 68 right now. That's going to lead to a heat index that feels like temperature of 84, which will be much higher here over the next couple of days. I'm forecasting heat index values be up to 100 to 110, maybe even higher over the next couple of days. So we'll talk about that before our rain chances return. All those details coming up here in a few minutes, guys.
All right, we'll see you then, Michael. Thank you so much.
And one local barber is calling upon the community for help with his event Haircuts for the Homeless.
Stephen Wagner has been cutting hair for nearly 15 years and says he gets his satisfaction from seeing someone leave his barber chair with a newfound confidence just from a simple haircut. And that's why he started cutting hair for the homeless completely free of charge.
That's where his event comes in and why he's looking for volunteers, hairstylists, barbers, and more. If you want more information on the event and how you can help or donate, we'll have multiple ways for you to do so inside the story over on TexomasHomepage.com.
Ghost stories and haunted legends have long been part of Texoma's history. Now, one Wichita Falls author is sharing those stories in a brand new book.
Julie Coley's latest book, Spirits of Texoma, Ghost Stories from Wichita County, is her 13th publication, and it features 34 firsthand accounts of paranormal experiences from across the region. The book includes stories tied to some of Texoma's most recognizable locations, from historic downtown buildings and cemeteries to theaters and schools.
Coley says she hopes to write a second volume and is encouraging people with their own paranormal experiences to contact her through Facebook.
You might have to give her a shout.
I know, and we even have visible proof. We have it from the story we did a couple years ago, so we might have to send that into her.
For her to look forward to. All right, don't go anywhere. Michael is coming up next to look at his full forecast.
And still ahead tonight, how Texas legislation is making it to the Supreme Court for a legal challenge. Well, the latest on the legal battle of the Texas Online Safety Act.
Welcome to KFDX Plus, KFDX's free streaming app, brought to you by Try Key Auto Ranch, a working horse and cattle ranch located in Bellevue, Texas. We're more than just a dealership, we're family.
When emergencies happen, you want help now. You want ER now. You never know when you'll be faced with an emergency. 24/7, 365, we are here for you. ER now. Faces you know, doctors you trust.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Here we go. Facts first, opinion second.
Katie Pavlich, part of America's new prime time. See for yourself why News Nation is the fastest growing network in all of television. News Nation. News for all Americans.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, your mind.
Love?
Your butt.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
Love
your mind.
I'm a United States Marine. Being a veteran, you don't want to show any weakness, so it becomes really hard for you to ask for anything. Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. 1 in 3 adults, but you can escape. Can Bluebell ice cream really smooth out all life's wrinkles? We think it can. Bluebell USA, where happy happens.
Meet Canopy Flex Tile, only at Briegles, with microscopic suction technology. It installs fast, no glue, no grout. Peel it up, reuse it. It's waterproof, dent-resistant, and quiet underfoot. Canopy Flex, the last floor you'll ever need at Briegles.
Congratulations to the outstanding students selected as recipients of the Nix Means Law Scholarship. Your hard work, dedication, and commitment have truly paid off. We are so proud to support the next generation and can't wait to see what all you accomplish. Congratulations from all of us at Nix Means Law.
Weather on KFDX is brought to you by State Farm Auto Expert Matt Patterson. State Farm, insuring 1 in every 5 cars in the U.S. Now, from KFDX3, Texoma's Weather Authority, with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling.
So we're going to be feeling, even if it doesn't hit 103, that heat index, like you said, it's going to definitely feel like it and then some.
I will give it a 99.9% certainty that over the next 2 days, our heat index will hit 103.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a pretty high probability there. But the next 103-day contest, it has to be the air temperature. So don't forget, Hamilton Bryan has a great prize for us. It's that Frigidaire upright freezer. Do not guess tomorrow, though. If you think it's going to be tomorrow, you're too late. There is a 24-hour cutoff. However, I think there might be a slightly better chance on Thursday. We'll talk about it. Looking at the Seymour Tower cam right now, current temperature outside is 81 degrees. Dew point there at 68. Feels more like 84 with a south-southeast wind averaging 13 miles per hour. Today's high and low, both perfectly in line with average for this time of year at 92 degrees for our high, 69 for the low. It was an average day, not so average here as we go throughout the next couple of days. Temperatures are going to start warming back up, and this is going to be the feels-like temperature. You can see it's up to around 100 to 108 across Texoma. a much warmer, hot afternoon here for tomorrow. Then we look ahead to Thursday. There are some question marks on Thursday because you'll notice a cold front starts to make its way through the area. Here's the front hitting the northern portions of Texoma as we get towards the mid-afternoon hours, showing 3 o'clock. And you see, it's going to be a nice cool down. The feels-like temperature drops down to 70 in Altus. Out in front of it still, 110 in Wichita Falls. So it will be a nice cool down as this front starts to push through as we go throughout the afternoon. But out in front of that front, what can happen is what we call frontal forcing. It's the air compressing out in front of that main line of the front. And as air compresses, it heats up. And that could lead to our temperatures getting quite a bit warmer Thursday afternoon. Now for tomorrow, we do have the heat advisory in effect across most of the area. That's going to be for the heat index values between 105 to 110. If we get up to those 110 plus numbers, it would be an excessive heat warning. I don't think the Weather Service will issue that. I think we'll stick with the heat advisory again on Thursday. But the high 100 degrees, if that front hits just at the right time though, this could end up being 103, just so you know. Now 88 there for Friday, then we're back up into the high 90s for the weekend, more mid 90s here as we go into next week. Satellite radar across the area is quiet right now. We go into tonight. It's going to be a lot of clear sky going into the afternoon here for tomorrow. That continues into Thursday, but late Thursday afternoon, we'll start to see an increase of the cloud cover as the front comes through. And also likely in the evening hours, a few thunderstorms will develop there during the evening hours. And with those storms, they could be marginally severe. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-sized hail. Not a big severe weather threat by any means. Rain chance that night around 30 to 40%, maybe 50% if we're lucky. So for tonight, 72 degrees, clear skies with a south wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. 99 for the high tomorrow with that heat advisory in effect and a south wind gusting up over 25 for a windy afternoon. Here's the 7-day forecast. Watch those storms late on Thursday, but it's definitely going to be hot for the next couple of days. A little bit cooler, though, to finish off the week on Friday.
Welcome to KFDX Plus, KFDX's free streaming app, brought to you by Tri-Key Auto Ranch, a working horse and cattle ranch located in Bellevue, Texas. We're more than just a dealership, we're family.
Want to add a Kia to your Amazon cart? Now you can. Rockwall Kia is now at Amazon Autos. Browse, choose, wherever you are. Your cart has a car waiting. Offered by Driveway.
One sheet of Bounty versus one sheet of the competitive brand. One sheet of Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Get more done with one. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
No one is prepared for what comes after an injury, but when it happens, you need someone to step into the ring and fight for you every step of the way. For more than 3 decades, clients across Texas have trusted Thomas J. Henry to step in when they needed help most. More than 14,000 5-star reviews reflect that trust. People who felt supported, protected, and never alone in the fight. We don't take that trust lightly, because when it matters most, we show up and fight for our clients. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth.